sitting in a room and it's filled with tension. You hear people squirming in their seats, maybe even tapping their leg. You can almost feel the uncertainty that each person is overwhelmed with. It's the heat of summer in 1976, and the United States of America's future is unpredictable. While trying to recover from several wars such as Vietnam, but also lacking trust in the political system, as the room quiets down, Barbara Jordan begins to speak from the podium as the first African American woman to deliver an address at the Democratic National Convention. She speaks not for herself, but for the divided nation that needs direction. Jordan made history that night. Her words have left a lasting impact on the people of each generation of America. I have done research to learn more about Barbara Jordan and the events that occurred leading up to her time speaking at the National Convention. This time in history has always intrigued me, and Jordan's message is something that is just as effective today as it was in 1976. She voiced that Americans must take responsibility for each other and rebuild the democratic promise. Barbara Jordan's Democratic National Convention address argues that democracy can only work when everyday people take responsibility for each other. This message encourages Americans to take pride in the communities in which we are a part of. Today, I want to remind you that unity is not only for today, but it's important for the future that we are building. On July 12, 1976, Barbara Jordan spoke to the nation at the Democratic National Convention, and this is what she said. Now I have this grand distinction. What in the world am I supposed to say? I could easily spend this time praising the accomplishments of the party and attacking the Republicans, but I don't choose to do that. I could list so many problems which Americans have. I could list the problems which cause people to feel cynical, angry, frustrated, problems which include the lack of integrity in the government and the feeling that each individual no longer counts, the reality that material and spiritual poverty, and the feeling that the grand American experiment is failing. But I don't choose to do that either. The citizens of America expect more, they deserve more, and they want more than the recital of their problems. We are people in quandary about the present. We are people in search for our future. We are people trying not to solve problems of the present, unemployment, inflation, but we are attempting on a larger scale to fulfill the promise of America. We are attempting to create a society that sustains all of us that are equal. Let us hear the voice of the people and recognize their common sense. If we do not, we blaspheme our political heritage. We ignore the common ties that are behind all Americans. A nation is formed on the willingness of each of us to share the common responsibility for upholding the common good. In this election year, we must define common good and begin to shape the common future. Let each person do his or her part for the American idea. Though it is shared by all of us, it is realized in each of us. During Jordan's speech, she emphasizes the importance that we have among American citizens to maintain the goals that the nation first stood for, no matter our differences in political stance. She captures the heart of her fellow citizens by preaching to their emotional appeals. She claims that a nation is formed by the willingness of each of us to share responsibility for upholding the common good, to get through to the people. She needed the people to know that the American dream cannot be achieved without creating a community that is supporting each other. It is the right of the American people to maintain democracy through sharing responsibility. The citizens needed to be reminded that we don't achieve democracy through our political leaders, but it's by the people. To add to this, Jordan ended her speech by saying, "For the American idea, though it is shared by all of us, is realized in each of us." She tells the people that it is more important to live in unity than it is to slander the opposing party. And this is something that is still true today throughout our nation, and even on our campus at ACU. Although there are many reasons to make this Democratic National Convention address unique, one of the most important details that sets this speech apart is that she spoke with the intention to unite the people. She voiced responsibility that Americans have to create a nation that is unified, where we all live in harmony. In conclusion, Barbara Jordan taught us that democracy is not a political side, but it's a responsibility that each of us share. The message is still true today, almost 50 years later. Jordan's words call us, her fellow citizens of America, to action, that the nation grows stronger when citizens take part in creating a nation for equality. We the people fight to maintain democracy by being attentive to the news that's going on and voting in the elections. This speech is to every generation that we must not just listen, but we must actively share our responsibility in voting and watching the news to build a better today, tomorrow, and future for the generations that are to come.